The next big thing that I want to make people aware of is that we're going to be really enforcing this new meta that's happening with a lot of these gangs where they're sniping the locations of meth runs. Basically, what I mean by that is that known meth spawn locations for the meth runs, they're putting motion detectors and cameras so that they know when this stuff is happening. And honestly, get fucked. You're not doing this. Sorry, you're not doing this on this server. I've instructed the admins to blanketly ban people for this. You are metagaming. This is the definition. And I think we can all be adults here and say that there are certain things you have to accept in life, not argue and not be a child about. And this is one of these things that the people that are doing this, you're going to have to accept and not be a child about. I am not wavering on this. Period. This is stupid. You're going to places that are literally spawn points, like limited amounts of spawn points for a game mechanic, and putting like come on guys, like what the hell, like this is so anti-RP, it's not even funny. Like what is this? This is stupid. When I heard this, I was baffled. I have to be honest, like there needs to be a real reality check here on the server, and you'll get it, believe me, because I'll make sure you get it. It's the reality that you can't continue to take shortcuts in roleplay over and over and over and over again and still call this a roleplay server. We have to say no to this stuff. Like, this can't be allowed to happen. This is stupid. And at what point do we sit down and say, this isn't a roleplay server anymore because this is the stuff we allow to happen? This is stupid. This is blatant metagaming. I've roleplayed now for what, 10 years doing this shit. And like, come on. How the, like, come on. I don't want to swear, but how the fuck is this roleplay? It's not. It just isn't. Like, at this point, this is not roleplay. I'm sorry, guys. It's just not. This is silly. And the fact that this is so widespread on the server is ridiculous. And this will not be accepted. This is below the standard of this server and what we created here. And that's just it. And deal with it. Don't do this shit again. Like, you will be banned. We've created a public server now, and you're more than welcome to play there and do some of this stuff. Maybe, I don't know. I'll let the public admins decide what is acceptable in that environment. But I will tell you, with the public server in full swing right now, we are going to be a lot less forgiving in terms of like having to give people 100 chances, because we're not going to take away your server to play. We're just going to limit your options to one of two when it comes to the allow listed server. So I'm just going to be frank. Like, if you're doing this stuff, I'm going to ban you. I don't care. I really don't. I have a standard, and this is below it. Sorry. Some people may not like that or feel attacked, but I'm sorry. On this, you should be attacked, because this, some of the base concepts of roleplay are like RDM, metagaming, and staying in character. If you can't do those three things, you don't belong on any roleplay server, especially not an allow listed one. The next point I have here is on the state of PD. PD's in a rough spot. I've talked a lot with Hutch over the last weeks, and with Hutch and with Lane, and the reality is that PD is getting beaten on a lot. There's also the other factor that we hired a lot of people that just, I have no comment. And the reality is that we had a section of people that got hired and didn't get to the same standard the rest of the PD, and then it led to a lot of repercussions for our PD that were unfair to a lot of the people who were giving a good effort and good role play, right? The reality is that we need a police department that is pro RP, enables role play, and just isn't that aren't props, right, for other people. And that is like the vast majority of gangs on the server. They treat PD like props, and that's not okay, and that needs to change. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. We have to really take a hard look at our police department on the server, and one of the big things me and Hutch are going to do is we're really going to push for hiring the right people and not making compromises, and doing that more often. We're not doing anything to battle churn, and that's leading to things like our AU police population being a little rough, which is kind of where we're at the moment. Or the fact now that, a lot of the people that had joined were like very win motivated, gun hungry, and then you can see the effect that has. You have like a shooter game come out and they're all gone, right? Immediately. They're just like that. And you can tell that there's a problem when you see those types of trends, because you know what those people are chasing, right? Not that there's anything wrong with playing other games, but like when you can see those starts of trends on like a bigger scale, and that's what we've been seeing in PD. And I've talked to Hutch a lot about it. I think and a lot of other people as well. I don't want to say the other people I've talked to, but like bigger stakeholders on the server. And we need the PD to be tough, but not anti-RP, and that's like the balance we're trying to find right now. I think we had a really decent balance of that at the beginning of 1.0, and we've been, I think, struggling a little bit to recapture that. And that's my opinion there. So you'll see like some changes kind of come over the next week or two in terms of like trying to restabilize PD numbers, that type of thing. And that's, I hope you guys will notice a more immediate effect. Also, the security job being a feeder will be a big deal. The next big thing, we need to start getting our RP systems in movement, things that create roleplay. And one of those things is the Mayoral election. This always brings a lot of roleplay to the server, political intrigue, usually spices up some of the gang activity on the server and all of that type of thing. This will be something I think that will be a huge... Oh, I forgot to bring up, before we get too far in this, I forgot to bring up something on the PD. It's not just PD that's the issue. I want to also highlight that. Like, PD being bad just isn't on PD. It's also on the culture of, like, the gang culture and stuff on the server. Just to be clear. Is that some of the interactions that are given to PD are just so subpar and low par that it's not even funny. For the mayor election, this is going to add a lot of roleplay. We're going to start the cycle up this week. So if you're interested in running for mayor, you can consider this. Notice that the mayor election will be coming this week. The writ will drop. So please keep that in mind. This will be a big roleplay boost for the server, I'm sure. So if anyone has questions that, ask them at the end. But this is just your notice that the mayor election is going to start so we can get that stuff moving. Make sure there's no... Oh, God. I just read something in chat and this completely got me. Oh my God. Okay, upcoming patches. The next thing we have for upcoming patches is we have Runway Royale, which will be basically like Dress to Impress in GTA. This is coming in the near future. We have custom interiors for this, all sorts of custom stuff done. And I think this is going to be a big hit, honestly. I don't think I've seen this in GTA yet. And I think this is going to be pretty cool. This will be coming in the next... What do you want me to do, my tech? You want me to say... I can say it's coming this... no, I don't know when it's coming. It'll be coming when it's done, which will be in the near future. There will be a new storyline heist as our next point in development. And then I'm just pissing off my developers. Sorry, I think it was very funny. I can see him raging out in the chat, like, don't say anything. Steer. We have a new storyline heist that's in development as well. That'll be the next thing after the PDM for the storyline. We also have a new gang app updates that we'll be working on to improve or add to the levels within the gang update, as well as the additional rooms, which you've seen or haven't probably unlocked just yet to see those rooms. There'll be a credit score update in the near to far future. There also will be Polito and Del Perro housing in the near to short-term, well, basically short-term future, I would say, on some of these things, specifically on Polito. We'll be also releasing a Christmas update, and we'll be working on PD improvements as well. Some of those PD improvements have already been in the server, like the ticket book, which is really cool, actually. I haven't seen a lot of cops use that, but the ticket book actually assigns tickets to a car, and it makes it so that your car accumulates debt and unpaid dues that you have to go and pay off. So it's a pretty big... the ticket book's actually a pretty big deal, to be honest. So we have a lot of patches coming. This is from the actual interior, by the way. This screenshot. This is actually from the Dress to Impress interior. So, or the Runway Royale interior. So, it's going to be pretty cool, I think. And yes, I know what you guys are all asking. Rami has been really excited for this patch. He's been on me all the time about getting Runway Royale in. He's super excited. He had his trailer appearance. We were working on the trailer. That's ready and done. He was wearing his best dress and he impressed. Okay. I'm just gonna tell you, like, straight up, like, he is really excited. So you heard it here first. Like, you watch, if you want to see Dress to Impress, like, definitely watch Rami, and not Carmen, obviously, but definitely watch Rami. He's so excited, so excited for this. In actual fact, I think when I told him about this, he was like, "What the fuck is that?"